In a dramatic turnaround, charges against Indian Olympic Association Secretary General Rajeev Mehta and wrestling referee Virender Malik for drunken driving and sexual assault respectively during the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow have been dropped. The Indian officials were arrested by the Scotland police on Saturday. The decision to let the two officials off came as a huge relief for the Indian contingent, which had to face a huge amount of embarrassment on the last day of the Commonwealth Games because of the twin arrests. While Mehta was arrested for alleged drunken driving, Malik, who is not part of the official contingent, was facing a more serious charge of alleged sexual assault. Earlier in the day, the Wrestling Federation of India suspended Malik with immediate effect. The president of the WFI, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, took the decision to suspend the wrestling referee. Let's go straight across to consulting editor Boria Majumdar for more on this. Boria, the big question now is going to be, with the charges dropped, is it safe to simply forget the shame, or do we need to persist with this story and see that some kind of action is taken, because this story clearly isn't over?
Who do you take the action against? I mean, more interestingly, I was just speaking to a couple of friends of Rajeev Mehta's, and they tell me that Mehta is insistent that the accident happened, but the perpetrator, the person injured, the lady injured, was actually driving on the wrong side of the road. So he claims that's why the accident happened. He said, my alcohol levels have all shown that I wasn't beyond the acceptable limit. So he's claiming innocence. Now, if that is the case, why did the police hold him in custody for 48 hours? Why don't you sue the police? Question number one. Why is it there no press release from the Indian High Commission forthcoming saying, they were in the wrong, the police were in the wrong, the Scottish officials were in the wrong, they've heaped national shame on India. Nothing like this has happened, Shiv, and this is surprising. Imagine this. If two British officials were arrested in India like this and kept in custody for 48 hours, would not have the government, the British Olympic Association, the sporting bodies said anything? So far, close to 3 hours has passed. Not a single word has come out from the Indian Olympic Association or any official condemning the actions of the police to sue, to arrest Rajeev Mehta and Virender Malik. That sort of forces me to ask this question. Are all of what we are seeing and being made to believe true? Was there something done by the Indian High Commission that we don't know? Is there something that we actually will never perhaps know, because these people are expected to leave Scotland very soon, I think tomorrow, and will land in India day after morning, so tomorrow night out of London.
So the attempt is to effect a big cover-up in that case, Boria. If what you're saying is correct, then the attempt here appears to be to cover things up, try and leave it cleanly like this, hang on to that perception that these were false charges, no evidence against it, and just hope it goes away.
Correct. I mean, while none of us can say sort of with certainty what the story is, one has to conjecture that there is nothing still. I mean, look, imagine, I have been very badly wronged, and is the Secretary General of the Indian Olympic Association, for God's sake. Why is the President of the Indian Olympic Association, N. Ramachandran, who is in Glasgow, keeping quiet? He should have made a press conference, huge hue and cry, accusing the Scottish police of wrongdoing. Nothing has been done so far, despite these people, in custody for 48 hours. So all said and done, I don't think what we are seeing in front of us is the real story. If it is, then the entire nation owes these people an apology. But more importantly, I think the Scottish police have egg on their face that why did they release information to the media in the first place on Sunday morning saying two people have been arrested? Because we weren't reporting out of context. We were reporting what people from the High Commission, from the ministry and the police in Scotland were telling us. So what is the police going to say now, or will they not say anything, because this is all part of a big compromise?
Well, so even more questions now, absolutely.
Than we'll know.
Absolutely. Thanks, Boria, for getting us that update of the story. We're going to be tracking overnight as well for more updates in this big twist in Glasgow, where both of those officials have been let off the hook.